Sergeant Lance.
Hey, pardon. Where the hell are you?
Well, you know, actually, I've been swamped. I mean, things are kind of backed up here at court, so...
Why is it so noisy over there?
Well, just the wheels of justice turning.
The wheels of justice turning. What are you doing?
Chris, listen, you're breaking up. I'll call you later, okay? Bye.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And who shall I make it out to?
Rita, if you don't mind, up there in the corner, and you can do it kind of small.
There, Rita.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oops, thanks. Thank you.
This new book is going to go through the roof.
Get my hard hat, my kingdom for a match.
Paul, how much have you had to drink?
Not enough. Light me, Elliot.
I'm done. My hand feels like it's gonna fall off.
Shh, please, be quiet. Somebody's gonna hear you.
Sorry. Dear me, I'm feeling rather tired from all the excitement of this lovely affair.
Do another hour.
Forget it, Elliot. I'd rather go do the hour in Coconut Groves if I can't go scare up some trouble.
Well, yes, but we always have the same trouble, dear wife, don't we? You wind up spending the night on your back, and we have a terrible row the next day.
You forget, husband. I like it when I'm on top and the boys are on their backs.
I'm warning you. If you go,
Sean!
you do this, and you'll have me to play with later.
Hey, what's up?
The talking lapdog. But you're humping more than a leg, aren't you, young Sean?
Get my things. Or history.
Jackie Paul could come in any minute.
It's okay. Turns me on more in his bed.
No, this is just too weird.
We're just getting started, baby.
What's that?
Nothing. I'll get back to work. Do me with the hot oil, all right?
Okay.
I couldn't lick it off.
You bitch. I'll kill you.
Guilty? Yes! All right. When is the sentencing scheduled? Yeah, good job, George. Yeah, you keep me posted, all right? Jury came back on the Simpson trial, guilty as charged. Not innocent, but... yeah, guilty. No, Elvis called and he said that he would like to take you to lunch. Hold on a second, hold on. What do we have, a little philosophical reading here? Palm Beach Madams.
Chris, give me my book back, okay?
Hold on a second.
All right, hey, time out. Lorenzo, Lance, go to your corner. What's the battle about this time?
Chris has my book, and I would like it back.
All right, Lorenzo, come on. What is this?
It's a trashy novel. I picked it up for Fran. She likes that author, so...
If this book is for Franny, why does it say to Rita?
Yeah, busted.
Okay, pardon the expression. It's enough with the Harvard classics. You got a live one over at 511 Tamarind Drive.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay, white male, early 20s. One shot straight to the heart.
He does a trick. What about the bullet?
.32 caliber. I sent it to ballistics.
All right. Nothing under the fingernails. Got no apparent contusions or abrasions. That rules out signs of a struggle.
Yep, body seemed to be in excellent shape.
Except the fact it's a little cold.
Unlike yours, Sergeant. You look like a perfect 98.6.
It's all the clean living.
Uh-huh. Oh, I bet you have your dirty moments, too.
Not enough. You know what they say, it takes two to tango.
Well, I just happen to have an extra pair of dance shoes back at my place.
Well, there was no broken windows or locks. He still had his money in his wallet, and his stereo and his TV weren't touched, so it pretty much rules out robbery. Guy must have known the perp.
Yeah. Neighbors didn't hear a thing. No gunshots, no arguments.
You fixed the time of death yet?
Yeah, I'd say based on liver temperature, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
I guess it's easy enough to muff out the sound of a single shot. Looks premeditated to me. What kind of person would shoot someone through the heart?
Hopeless romantic. Oh, lover with the soul of a poet?
Or just a plain old jealous spouse.
Which pretty much leaves the entire city of Palm Beach as a suspect.
Obviously, this is where he worked. Check this out, a paycheck stub. It's made out last week from Lipstick Publications. 1155 West Sycamore Lane.
It's a high rent district.
Yeah. Who shot you through the heart, Sean Andrews?
Morning, love. Who's winning the battle today, you or mean old Mr. Sun?
Oh, sometimes it may be a standoff, darling. But I never lose a battle.
So I've discovered.
You were in rare form last night.
Was I?
Top shelf. You pushed all the buttons. My family, my lack of an education, my taste, my friends. You hit them all.
Splendid. Hope I wasn't too repetitive. I hate to be boorish.
That, at least, you've never been. I thought you were going to kill Sean and I.
And me, sweetheart. Sean and me. You've misplaced your objective.
Wrong, Professor Higgins. I lost it entirely when I married you.
Whew. Just another cabin in the woods.
With hot and cold running servants.
Good morning. We're with the Palm Beach Police Department.
No, pasen, pasen. Que los vecinos llamaron porque el ruido los estaba molestando.
I wouldn't have to go all over town looking for it if you weren't so loaded all the time. And your little friend came to attention once in a while.
Silence, please, I beg you.
Oh, you want me to shut up? Great! I'll shut up! Ah!
Thus spoke Zarathustra. Are you done, precious?
No! Ah!
Sorry to interrupt the festivities, folks.
Can I help you?
I was at your book signing. You're Jackie McMillian.
Is there no end to cult of personality? Please, leave immediately, or I shall have to call the local gendarme.
We are the local gendarmes. Sergeant Lorenzo, this is my partner, Sergeant Lance.
I told you the noise level was verging on improper.
Shut up! It has nothing to do with the noise level, sir. One of your employees, Sean Andrews, was murdered last night.
Sean? He's dead?
Afraid so.
Well, I can't believe it. I mean, just last night
Just last night, what, love?
Do you work here?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I'm Jackie's husband, Paul Westlake.
Did you see Mr. Andrews last night?
He was here at the house. He left around 10. It's the last I saw him.
Was he alone?
Yes.
What type of work did he do for you?
That's a good question, Detective.
He's my personal assistant. I still can't believe he's dead.
Please, get off the Sarah Bernhardt routine. He only typed 40 words a minute. Would either of you care for a cocktail? Oh, yes, duty calls.
What'd you do after you left?
We talked.
Yes, a nice long chat.
How did you get that bruise on your cheek?
Would you help me with that, love?
Of course. I hit you. With a lamp.
What were the two of you arguing about?
Oh, the usual sexual power games, adultery, misplaced anger, denial.
Wait a minute. We're not suspects in this case, are we?
As far as we can tell, you two are the last ones to see him alive.
Then we are suspects. Oh, this is going to be great fun. Great fun indeed.
Charming couple.
That was like walking into the Family Feud.
Family, you watch that show?
No, not really.
And you don't read Jackie McMillian books either.
Please, Jackie, calm down.
Well, I don't like it, Elliot. I hate cops. They just make me nervous.
Relax, you weren't there on the night of the murder.
No, but
But what? You were there on other occasions?
maybe.
Maybe. If you were there before, the police are sure to find your fingerprints, so it's better that you tell me everything now so there aren't any surprises later.
Okay, so maybe I was there once or twice. To pick up proofs. Is that a crime?
Proofs?
Yes.
And what else?
That's all. What?
I am your agent. I am here to help you. But you have got to play it straight with me. Were you sleeping with Sean?
You sound like a lawyer. Just stop cross-examining me.
Well, were you?
Maybe a little.
A little. There is no such thing as a little when it comes to this.
All right. A little and a lot. It depends on the day.
Oh, great. Great.
I never took a vow of celibacy when I got into this thing, Elliot.
Does Paul know about this?
He may be drunk. He's not blind.
Well, where is he now?
He's home.
Working?
You better be. Someone's got to write this crap. You know me, I don't know a noun from a verb.
Jackie McMillian, you're a genius.
I'm telling you, this case is straight out of the supermarket tabloids. We got the trashy novelist, drunk husband, palatial
Handsome
pad.
young assistant?
Yeah, he wasn't that handsome.
Oh, I guess you just have to imagine him with the color in his face.
You know what my favorite part is? Is that you, my friend, are such a big fan of this lady's.
You are exaggerating.
No. I don't think so. I think I got the crosshairs right on target, dead center.
Uh-huh.
Lorenzo.
So,
Hey, Cap.
how's it going on the Andrews case?
It's a little early to tell. We questioned the couple who used to employ him. It's really strange, oh, Cap. They fought all the time.
Married, huh?
Yeah. How often do you and Fran fight?
Daily is a word that comes to mind. Hourly, by the minute, is also good.
And would you say you have a good marriage?
Excellent marriage.
So, if two people are married and they fight all the time, that means...
Lance, what do I look like, a radio talk show host or something?
I'm just asking.
Print results came back from the Andrews place. They got 3 sets. Paul Westlake's the victims, and one they got no match for.
Can you tell us exactly where you were the night of the murder?
Well, I recall going to the insufferable book signing at 7 o'clock with Jackie. I stayed until 8:30. No, make that 9 o'clock. I remember because there was a clock above the door.
Where'd you go after that?
I went to a bar on 3rd Street. No, wait a minute. I went to a hotel, I think.
There's a slight difference between a hotel and a bar, Mr. Westlake.
Maybe it was a hotel bar.
You're gonna have to do better than that, sir.
Look, I have this unquenchable thirst for anything which is distilled, fermented, brewed, or otherwise concocted into that most wonderful substance called alcohol. Oftentimes, it plays hell with my memory.
So you suffer from blackouts.
I rather enjoy them, actually. Sometimes I lose entire days.
Your fingerprints were found at the victim's apartment.
That's because I often went to Sean's to pick up papers Jackie had dictated.
That's how she writes, by dictation?
Yes. All this new technology has given short shrift to the notion of a writer toiling away with a quill pen.
I'd like to listen to some of those tapes.
Why? What do you need them for?
Our investigation. Something wrong with that?
It's impossible. Jackie would never allow anyone's eyes on her work until she'd finished. An artist's conceit, you understand.
We'll get a subpoena.
That word has a dreadfully legal feel to it.
Doesn't it?
All right, I suppose I can pull something together. You have to promise never to show them to anyone.
You have our word.
What have we here? The deal maker, the deal breaker, the great facilitator.
Paul, you look like hell.
Lifestyle choice, dear man. Meet our new friends from the police department. Sergeants Lorenzo and Lance, Elliot Hammond, Jackie's agent.
Pleasure.
Hi.
Absolutely terrible what happened to Sean. I've already made a contribution in his name to the Palm Beach Library.
There's a place in heaven for you, Elliot.
Well, I guess we should be going. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget the tapes.
Righto.
Elliot, nice to meet you.
And you. Paul, what tapes would he be referring to?
Oh, I told them that Jackie dictated her work into a recorder, and Sean transcribed the tapes.
What? There aren't any tapes?
Relax, El. You're about to sweat through your linen jacket. As is always the case, I have everything under control. Everything.
There's something about Westlake I cannot stand.
Snotty attitude or the smell of liquor on that guy's breath.
What is it Jackie sees him? It's not like he is a stud or anything.
Not too washed out. It's anybody who drinks like that doesn't have time for bedroom activities.
Nor the ability, I'm sure.
It's not financial. Jackie made a ton of money on her own.
It's like he has some kind of hold on her. I mean, no matter how much they fight, they stay together.
Some people do not know when to get off the merry-go-round. That's what it is.
So Jackie is fed up with it all. She has a thing with her handsome young assistant. Westlake finds out about it. He kills said assistant in a jealous rage.
Mm-hmm. Or a drunken stupor and he didn't remember it.
Did you notice how he blinked when you asked him about those tapes?
Yeah, like a deer in headlights. You seemed to blink, too, when you found out that Jackie McMillian dictates her books.
I did not blink.
Yeah, well, now, what did you think? You thought she toiled over every word?
No, I did not blink. Look, I know she doesn't write Shakespeare, but I didn't blink.
You blinked. You did. You blinked.
Would you like the pasta? I mean, I kind of felt like maybe, you know, I used a little too much basil or not enough garlic or just kind of seemed a little off. What do you think? What do you think? Now you can't tear yourself away from Palm Beach, madame.
What are you talking about? This stuff is ridiculous. I'm reading it for the case.
Mm-hmm. What part are you at?
Well, I'm right where Brittany is about to sleep with Gates. But she's not sure because of Luke.
Right. Wait till you find out what happens to Gates.
Hmm? Shh, no, be quiet. Don't tell me. They'll ruin it for me. Okay, look at this. God, I love this part. Brittany was helplessly drawn to Gates the way a compass is irrevocably drawn northward.
But When and how they would become lovers remained an aching mystery, and then suddenly...
Her bedroom door flung open, and there he was, in silhouette, his muscular shoulders visible against the amber light of the hallway.
I love that part. And he was on her wordlessly, somehow knowing it was time. His hunger melting into hers.
Brittany felt the fire ignite in her, like none she'd ever known, her very being dissolving into Gates' hands.
The hands were everywhere, grabbing her forcefully and then tenderly until he was where she longed for him to be.
And she knew it was always meant to be,
For
it was their destiny, and they were lost to it. That stuff's so stupid, corny stuff. Yeah.
Destiny, right?
Look, I should get going.
Yeah, we gotta work tomorrow, so...
You know, I want to thank you for dinner.
You're welcome.
It was good.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, you believe in destiny.
Yeah. Why?
Nothing. Good night.
Night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Just read what's on the computer screen.
I'm not in the mood.
Please, just once, try to engage in something that is not backlit by the sun.
Hey! Any more smart-ass remarks and I am out of here, buddy boy.
Forgive me, I stand corrected. Just read. Nice and natural.
Cassandra's body ached with anticipation. Her entire being awash in longing?
What?
Well, I mean, that doesn't sound right. Wash and longing? What is she at the beach?
Look, if I want criticism, I'll pick up a copy of the New York Times. Read!
Fine. Cassandra's body ached with anticipation. Her entire being awash in longing.
So what's wrong? No sleep last night?
An hour, max.
I'm telling you, it's that book. Got no willpower, Rita, none at all.
So, did you get anything off the CSI computer?
Yeah, I got a match on the third set of prints. They belong to Sherry Sierzansky. She's got a pandering charge on her sheet from 7 years ago. Nothing since then.
So, she's a hooker. Where's she now?
She's a ghost. Nothing from the DMV, nothing from credit reports, and she has no occupational license. Her last known place of employment was the Frilly Lady.
Great work, partner. Listen, why don't you go check it out, okay? And I'm gonna stay here and catch a few Z's.
No. Come on. You're my partner. We're going together. Up.
Oh, you are mean.
No, I'm just your alarm clock.
Wake up.
All right.
That's fine. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Look, all my licenses are current. There's nothing going on here but a lingerie show.
We're not vice, we're homicide.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you remember a girl that used to work here by the name of Sherry Sierzansky?
If I had her back here, I would have it made. That one had it all. Chest, butt, legs, and a smile. Make men melt down their credit cards.
When was the last time you saw her?
Oh, about 7 years ago. I always knew she'd go places, and boy, did she ever.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what she turned into. Who would have thought she had so many stories in her pretty little head, huh?
What do you mean, stories?
Well, she became one damn good writer. But she'll always be Sherry Sierzansky to me, though the rest of the world may know her as Jackie McMillian.
Jack.
We traced another set of prints to Andrew's apartment.
To who?
To whom, Red?
To Sherry Sierżanski.
Uh-oh. Well, now. Now that the proverbial cat is out of the bag, why don't we all have a cocktail in celebration?
Sherry Sierżanski just didn't look quite right on a book cover, you know.
No, it's better on a waitress or a hat-check girl.
Or a lingerie model.
My. We have been busy, haven't we, Inspector Holmes?
I do hope we'll keep this little discovery to ourselves.
I want you to replay something for me. Now, both of you were here the night that Andrews was killed, hmm?
Right.
And both of your fingerprints were found at the murder scene.
Oh, well, that does have a nasty tinge to it, doesn't it?
So are you going to arrest us?
Not yet. You got those tapes, those transcripts for me, Paul?
No, I've been swamped with the arrangements for Jackie's book tour. I'll get them to you, Detective. I promise.
You sure you do?
Scout's honor.
You have a nice day.
You know, if they keep nosing around, they're going to find out who writes these stupid books.
You adorable, luscious, sexy, wonderful imbecile. You're worried about that when you're the prime suspect in a murder case.
Well, I'm not the only one whose fingerprints they found, you know.
You're right about that. That's what I get for drinking domestic gin. I'm not thinking clearly.
Thank you, Lisa. Have I ever told you you have a very sexy voice? Westlake was popped on a DUI 3 years ago. Pleaded no contest, paid the fine.
Really? Only one?
Mm-hmm. Listen to this. On the booking report, he listed his occupation as a writer.
Really? What for? Bartender's guides?
Yeah. I got an address on her over in Sherry Sierżanski. And I think that I'm gonna drive. You look a little sleepy. Jackie McMillian addict. Sleepy head.
How did they track you back to Sherry?
For my fingerprints.
I told you. Did you tell them that Paul's the real writer?
No. But maybe we should. Books are books. It doesn't matter who writes them.
Are you out of your mind?
Well, I am sick of it, Elliot. All the interviews, the autographs, it is just really, really getting old. Let's just let Paul be the big-time writer.
No. You're just tired. All right, why don't you go to the beach?
Do you know that's all you ever say to me? Well, let me tell you something. I don't want to go to the beach. And I do not want to be a writer.
Jackie, let's not forget that nice big house you have. The pool, and all the toys.
I know. But look, Elliot, let's just make Paul the writer, and then I can still have all that stuff, can't I?
No. Do you really think somebody's going to buy a book with Paul's drunken face leering out at them? If the public ever got wind of a scam like this, they would run from you like you had the Ebola virus.
Maybe not.
Have you ever heard of Milli Vanilli?
Yeah. The ice cream, right?
Well, Sherry's lucky. She's got a talent that goes way beyond her bod.
What was she like?
Oh, sweet as can be. But between you and me, she went for the nightlife a little too much.
Party girl?
Oh, yeah. She loved to go out dancing all night long. Kyle didn't take too kindly to that.
Who's Kyle?
Well, her husband, Kyle Sierżanski, he was always tore up over Sherry. I just think they plain got married too young.
You know where we can find Kyle?
Oh, gee, that'd be hard to do. He's dead. Going on 7 years now.
How did that happen?
Well, Kyle was always a jealous type, and Sherry was meeting all manner of men down at that lingerie place. Well, eventually she took up with one. Kyle was so broke up, he went and shot himself clean through the heart.
Thanks for your time.
Oh, you run into Sherry. Tell her she still has my blow dryer.
2 people in Jackie's life, both shot through the heart.
I'd like to get a look at the autopsy report on Kyle Sierżanski. Bullet through the heart is not your average suicide.
No. So, shot through the heart. Sounds like that could be the title for your next book.
I'm gonna have to take you to a 12-step program for Jackie McMillian junkies.
This is Paul Westlake's book, 10 Kinds of Loneliness.
Oh, so he is a writer.
Yeah, it's 10 short stories. He wrote him when he was about 20.
Any good?
Bleak, but very moving. Thank you.
You never know what talent lies hidden underneath a drum.
Thank you. The part I don't get, see, authors usually don't dictate into a tape recorder, right? I mean, one day Sherry Shazansky is a lingerie model in a tract house. The next day, she is Jackie McMillian, best-selling author.
I love Jackie McMillian is Paul Westlake in drag. That's
Exactly.
great.
See, I mean, it's a lot easier to promote her. Women usually write those kind of books.
Plus, Paul never produced those tapes that we asked for.
Yeah, well, that's because they don't exist.
Andrews had to know about this. So maybe he threatened to blackmail Jackie. She killed him.
Or maybe Westlake killed Andrews to keep him quiet.
Which would make sense. The coroner's report said that the bullet that took out Kyle Straczynski was fired from a .32, same as the one that took out Andrews.
You do have lovely skin.
Harder. Harder. You're rubbing like a girl.
May I do your legs? Please.
Feet. No legs.
Come on, please.
Don't whimper, Paul. I hate when you do that.
I have a secret to tell you.
What?
I don't think I'm going to tell you.
It's because you don't have one.
You like that, don't you, baby?
You really have a secret?
A really nasty one.
Tell me.
Will you let me do your legs first?
A little.
It's about your boy toy.
What is it?
If I tell you, will you let me do everything?
Is it a really bad secret?
Really bad.
If it's really bad, I'll let you do anything. What did you do, you big bad boy?
You know what I did? I killed the little bastard.
Buenos días. Pasen, pasen, por favor.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Well, if it isn't my two favorite homicide detectives. Sit.
Thank you.
Please make yourself at home.
Bruce seems to be going away.
Oh. Yes, well, I'm sure I'll have another one soon enough. Jackie is a monstrous right hook.
I read your book. Thought it was wonderful.
My book? Good heavens, where did you find that old thing? Some archaeological dig you went on?
I found it very moving. I mean that.
Oh, thank you, Detective. Thank you indeed.
Why would you quit writing?
Oh, the stuff I wrote doesn't have much of an audience anymore. Everybody wants glitz and glamour today.
Seems like you might know a little something about that.
Only as a tourist, Detective.
Forgive me for saying this, but your wife, she doesn't seem like much of a writer.
She doesn't write, she types.
She dictates.
No, it was a literary reference.
By Truman Capote, referring to Clifford Irving.
Very good, Detective. We have a bibliophile among us.
You don't have anything that you're hiding from us, do you?
Me? No, why?
Because if you withhold anything from us, it will be considered obstruction of justice.
Oh, hell, all right. Jackie doesn't do very much writing.
No, she doesn't do any writing at all, does she, Paul?
No.
How did you come up with this idea?
I didn't really. A very smart agent, Elliot Hammond, dreamt up the idea. I was broke, and nobody wanted to publish my lofty prose, so he suggested I write something glitzy to pick up a little money.
And she looked better on the back of the cover than you did.
Precisely. She does rather look the part, wouldn't you say?
Well, when you see her, tell her that we would like to speak with her.
Wait a minute, you mustn't be in such a hurry. I have something to confess. I killed Sean Andrews.
Okay. How?
I shot him.
Huh. What type of gun did you use?
It was the usual, a .38.
Wrong. Sean Andrews was killed with the .32.
Damn my luck.
You know, this guy is so looped he doesn't know whether or not he killed somebody.
Well, he's trying to shield his wife. I mean, they're obviously in love. Can't you see that?
They fight like cats and dogs.
We have been looking at this thing all wrong, completely wrong.
Wait. Westlake didn't kill Andrews.
Right. See, Andrews and Jackie are having an affair, right?
Yeah.
Westlake finds out about it. You think he's going to continue writing?
No, probably not.
Probably
so who
not.
else stands to lose if he's not chained to the board processor?
Hammond. Elliot Hammond. 10% of Jackie McMillian's income feeds a body pretty well, don't you think?
And since there was no sign of forced entry, Andrews knew who took him out.
Right. So Andrews must be blackmailing Hammond.
So he threatens to expose Hammond's involvement in this Svengali-like scheme. Agent takes him out.
Svengali-like scheme?
Hey, I read.
It's not bad.
Okay, well, I read. You know, I go to the library all the time till
Oh.
late at night.
That's nice.
Elliot. Where have you been? Paul said he's gonna turn himself in.
Oh, relax. It's just the booze talking.
No! He is as sober as I've seen him in years, Elliot. And he says he doesn't want to go on with this phony writing business either.
All right, fine. If he doesn't want to play along, we'll find a writer that will. And they're a dime a dozen.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, honey, do you need a roadmap for everything? You know, if Paul killed Sean, he must be racked with guilt. I mean, being the sensitive, artistic type that he is.
You seem pretty happy about it.
You know, if he's extremely despondent, he may kill himself, just like your first husband did.
Look, Paul may get a little moody, but Elliot, he would never off himself.
Right. Right. Why don't you trot home and mix him up some fresh martinis? I'll come by later and we'll straighten everything out.
Thanks.
Sun feels glorious today, doesn't it?
You know, baby, Elliot doesn't think you killed Sean.
One of those two nice homicide cops.
You confessed?
Yes. But I got the damn thing all bollocksed up. This murder nonsense is dreadfully technical.
So you didn't kill Sean?
No. I presumed you did.
Well, I don't know how to use a gun. You're saying you thought that I killed Sean, so you confessed to save me?
Yes. Something like that.
That's the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
Oh, come on, love. Let's not get all mushy.
Here you go. Just the way you like it. All gin.
Thank you, darling. Thank you indeed.
You see, Mr. Hammond, we know that Paul is the real writer and Jackie is the phony.
Well, good for you, detective. But there is no crime in that.
No. Murder's a crime.
Murder. Are you suggesting that I had some involvement with Sean Andrews' death?
Why don't you tell us where you were when Andrews was killed?
I was at home, where I am almost every evening, in bed with a book.
It's a weak alibi, Elliot.
I didn't know I was required to have one. Listen, if you want to find a suspect, you needn't look much further than Paul Westlake.
Why is that?
Well, I didn't want to say this before, but I overheard Paul threatening Sean. He knew Sean was having an affair with Jackie, and I think he finally snapped.
Did he confess that to you?
No, but he came pretty close.
Well, guess what? He did confess to us.
Really? Then why are you here? You know, I don't think I'll answer any more questions right now.
We'll be in touch.
guy's dirty.
Filthy. Let's do it.
Party pooper. More music. We're dancing.
Sorry, not this time.
Oh, no, you've got that business look. Whatever it is, it can wait until tomorrow.
No, Paul. It cannot wait.
That wouldn't be a 32, would it, Al?
Maybe.
What are you doing with it?
I don't know. You're the writer. Why don't you tell me?
It's pretty clear you killed Andrews. But just let me make certain I get the denouement right. Sean threatened to expose our little writing charade unless you paid him off to go away. So you shot him.
Yeah, something like that.
Elliot, we have more money than we can spend in 2 lifetimes. Why didn't you just pay him?
Because that kind of scum never goes away. He was just like Kyle in that regard.
The book ends with a little twist. You killed him, too.
You mean Kyle didn't kill himself? You did it, Elliot?
You know, sometimes it takes a while, but eventually you do get it. And the police have just been getting a little bit too close, so I'm sorry, I'm going to have to shoot you and make it look like a suicide.
It won't work 3 times.
Oh, yes, it will.
Police!
Don't move, Elliot.
Well, I guess this is the last Jackie McMillian book.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it's better the truth come out.
Yeah. Think people are going to read them, written by Paul?
Sure, why not? You know, a page turner's a page turner.
So what are you doing tonight?
Well, I think I'll go to the gym for a couple of hours, and then, well, I got a hot date. You know, we'll go see a movie, maybe get a little dinner.
Who's the lucky lady?
But, just somebody I met the other day. You know, I mean, I haven't told you about it because, well, I just met her the other day.
Uh-huh. Well, have a good time, okay?
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty tired. I think I will just go home and catch up on some sleep.
Yeah, well, see you tomorrow.
See ya. Partner. Gotcha.